So now that we have an understanding of ratios and rates, now we can look at the next step, which is putting them together or setting them equal to each other. In which case, when we do that, we have a proportion. So by definition, a proportion is a statement that two ratios or rates are equal. So we have 2 to 3 is equal to 8 over 12. Now, the proper way to say those proportions is as follows. 2 is to 3 as 8 is to 12. Very formal, right? So if we wanted to write this proportion, not in dollars, is to 12 cans, as $18 is to 24 cans. Again, all we're doing is writing it as a proportion. We're not doing anything with it. We're just writing it as a mathematical statement. So we should just simply write $9 on top, 12 cans on the bottom, equals $18 on top, and 24 cans on the bottom. And that's it. That's all they want you to do is just translate it from words into a mathematical proportion. So that's it. Now the next question though says, how can we determine if a proportion is true or not? That is something we know already, and that's by using cross products. So cross products are always going to be our fallback to showing that two fractions, that's essentially what we have, are equal to each other. So if we have one fraction equal to another, then we can look at our cross product. So A times D should be equal to B times C. So again, multiply diagonally. So to answer these couple of questions, whether or not it's true or false, it's probably going to be the easiest if we just use our cross products. And we'll see really fast if they're true or not. So let's multiply diagonally. So we got 9 times 70, and we want to see if that's equal to 7 times 81. Well, 9 times 70 is 630. 7 times 81 is 567. Well, that's a big false. No soup for you on that one. Let's do it for this one. 10.4 times 14.4. And again, we want to know if it's equal to 3.6 times 41.6. Well, let's use our calculator just to be safe. So we got 10.4 times 14.4 equals 149.76. All right, 3.6 times 41.6, 149.76. Cha-ching. So that one's true. So very, very easy. Now, some of you might say, well, looking at this previous one, I could tell pretty quickly that it's false. If I multiply the bottom by 10, that gets me to 70. But if I multiply the top by 10, I should get to 90, not 81. So yeah, that's another way to do it. But when you have problems like these where the numbers are not always so nice, it's a little bit tougher to see. That's why cross products are actually a better way, safer way to do it, because then you know for sure. You know, it's just easier to prove too. So I would definitely say go with the cross products method. What else though can we do with proportions? Well, we can do a lot, but one of the cool things we can do is find missing pieces of a proportion. So if we got 3 out of the 4 pieces, we can use cross products to find that missing piece. So another way to say that is to solve it, to solve a proportion. So that just means you're finding that missing piece. So if we had something like 3 over 4 equal to x over 12, now this is a pretty easy one and you don't necessarily have to do it any fancy way, but the problems will get tougher. So you want to do your cross products first. So do the cross product with your unknown. So 4 times x should be equal to 3 times 20. So that's step 1. Step 2 is to just simplify it a little bit so we can get rid of the times symbol, just make it a 4x. And over here we can multiply to get it to 60. And then the last step is to divide. You have to divide by 4. So if we divide by 4 on both sides, that's going to get us to our 15. So x is 15. So it's a very, very quick process. You cross multiply, you divide, and you're done. So let's do it. Okay. So we have 6 over x equals 8 over 4. So let's do our cross product with our unknown first. So we're going to have 8 times x equals 6 times 4. 8x equals 24. And then divide by the 8. So x equals 3. Very, very quick. Once you get to the hang of things, obviously you can skip some steps. You might be able to skip this first step and jump right to here. But until you get the hang of it, just make sure you're grabbing those right numbers when you cross multiply. So same idea here. Let's do the 36 times the x, 12 times 12. So 36x equals 144. And so now you always just divide by whatever's in front of the x. So if we divide by 36 on both sides, x is equal to 4. That's it. Very, very quick problems. Let's just do 3 more, and we're going to be a nice short video today. So, all right. Now we got the x over here, so let's get these two together. So 18 times x, 42 times 39. So 18x equals, I don't know what that is. Let's double check. Times 39 equals 1638. Okay, so we got 1638. And then the last step is to do what? Yeah, we got to divide. So, well, I already have it in here, so I'm going to just divide that by 18 equals, looks like 91. All right. Oh, some decimals in there. Now you can definitely see with this one, it's a little bit clunkier to try to figure out what you're multiplying by. Over here, it was clunky to go from 18 to 42. And so that's why those cross products are really going to be more advantageous for you. All right, so let's do our cross product with our x. And then 3.7 times 2.5. Well, let's see what that is. 3.7 times 2.5 is 9.25. So, now, like I said, I didn't write it out like I did previously. Maybe I'll do that just to be a little bit more safe. But now, remember, whatever's in front of the x is what you divide by. So in this case, if we divide by 9.25, x better be equal to 1. Yeah, 1 can be the answer, just like 0 can be the answer. Now, for these ones, probably not, but 1 definitely can be in there. All right, let's try one more. So we got the 99 and the x go together. And we got the 55 times the 44. And let's see what 99 or 55 times 44 is. 2420. Okay, so 2420. And now let's get rid of the 99. So we got to divide by 99 equals. Okay, so we do get a repeating decimal. It's a little hard to see there. Let's move it over here. So 24.444444444. Okay. Now, based on the question, based on the instructions, it'll say to round or not. It usually will. And if it doesn't, then use your best judgment. Now, in this case, I am pretty sure they say to round to 2 decimal places to the nearest hundredth. So let's round this to 2 places properly. And so that would give us 24.44. And that's it. So very, very quick to do these problems. Again, cross multiply, divide, and done. So, all right, the next section gets a little bit more interesting. So we'll see you very soon.